So let's look very shortly on what are Cauchy sequences. So Cauchy sequence is defined by the rule that when you go with the sequence to farther and farther terms, you get closer and closer between the terms. So as you go with the sequence, the terms becomes closer and closer. This is the essence of Cauchy sequence. And by definition, it's for every epsilon greater than 0, there exists an integer such that for all m and n greater than n, an minus am is less than this epsilon. It means that for every arbitrary close that you want to get between terms in the sequence, if you go far enough in the sequence from specific point, you will find that the terms that are enough close between them. So the sequence terms becomes closer and closer as you go with the sequence. This is the essence, this is the core idea of Cauchy sequence. Now, you can see the properties. Not every space, every Cauchy sequence, let's say, converge to a certain limit, because this definition does not certainly imply that okay, the terms becomes closer and closer, but it doesn't tell you that it must get to a specific limit in the space. For example, if you take the range, open range 0 to 1, like this one, if you have an approaching sequence to 0, it doesn't, it may be that it will get to 0, the limit will be 0, but it's not in the space. So it may be that you have a Cauchy sequence that is not converging into a term in the space. Okay, but in complete spaces, by definition of complete space, which is right over here, every matrix is called complete if every Cauchy sequence in this space converge to a limit that is also in the space. This is a complete space. So this is the idea of a complete space. Also, you can see here the complete spaces, for example, the real numbers, the complex numbers, but the rational numbers or this open range are not complete because there are Cauchy sequences that do not converge into rational numbers in the rational numbers. Okay, you can complete each incomplete space usually, most of the time, if we can say. For example, from the rationals to the reals, or from the open range to the close range, and you get converging sequences of Cauchy sequence. Okay, so this was the essence of Cauchy sequence, that the terms as you go with the sequence are getting closer and closer. This is the idea. Thank you very much, and thanks for Pilot for writing down. And this was on Cauchy sequences, and I think that is it for now.